Put the- Okay. Guys, look at over here. Think that he is Ankur. Okay. He wanted to work in the project. He wanted to work in the QA project. What are the things he is going to do? How he is going to do? And what exactly his rule is? This is very important, guys, to understand before getting into the live project work under you. Okay. Listen carefully. First most thing is Ankur wanted to go through the requirement document. Imagine that it is his requirement document. Okay. So I call this requirement document as software requirement specification or functional specification or business requirement document. Anything I can call the document. So for example, this is your requirement spec where you are going through and you are understanding the product. I would like to give this requirement spec. Okay. So Ankur intention is once he come to the office, right? Just he wanted to go through this document properly. He would like to understand whole document. Means a functionality क्या करेगा, कैसा होगा, कैसा product work करेगा. So product work information, product real work information has been captured in this document. This document is reviewed, approved, and there is no changes at all. This is the final document where Ankur need to understand. This is the pillar for Ankur. Imagine, guys, this is the pillar for Ankur. How much deep Ankur is going to understand this document, that much best testing Ankur can do. Guys, all of you people are with me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
This is the first step what he is going to do. Preeti, you are with me, Preeti?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the first step what Ankur wanted to do. What is his second step? First is we call it professionally, we call it as
Requirement.
system study. Technically, we call it as system study. Ankur wanted to study the system. System study means he wanted to understand the document. He wanted to digest how really the product is going to work. If he has any doubts, if he could not able to understand, he can reach one person. We call them as a business analyst, where they are going to handle this document. They are owner of it. Okay. They will clarify everything to the Ankur. Okay, this is not understood. This is how this is how this. Okay. So his work is to understand the system. Okay, to go through this document, understanding system in the sense going through this document. I will tell you how to go through in the real once you start working with me. Okay, what is next? Once he understand the document, right? Ankur got an information. Hey, Ankur, can you work on finance module? I will give him some assignment. Guys, can you mute, please? Finance module. Okay. His test lead will tell, hey, Ankur, can you work on the finance module? Ankur should take care of ownership of this finance module. Every pin-to-pin testing activities will be handled by Ankur. Means he need to do in-depth study of finance module. Means how this finance module works, what are the contents. For example, if you look at over here, right, this is the finance module where he wanted to go through accounting, he wanted to go through fee, he wanted to understand in depth of this accounting apart from whole product. Okay, then what is next? Next is after understanding the in-depth functionality of finance module, he wanted to analyze the requirement. We call it as software requirement analysis. He would like to do SRS analysis. SRS analysis. Analysis. This is the first step. This is the first step. This is the second step where Ankur wanted to do. Analysis, I will guide you how best you are going to do the analysis part. I will guide you. According to that, you will be analyzing the requirement. Analysis mein kya hoga? What exactly he is going to do in the analysis? He would like to elaborate whole the module. This module, how many functionality this has? How many flows this has? Everything I will guide you how to do this analysis. Next. Once he is done with analysis, right? He will start designing the scenario. He will start designing the test scenario for that particular module. Test scenario design he will do. I will guide him how to do that. Don't worry. You may not understand right now. These are the steps he is going to do while working on the project. Okay. Scenario design he will start doing by referring the finance model document. This is the requirement document, right? So he will do that. Once he's done with the test scenario design, right? What exactly next he's going to do? He wanted to map it also. He will not leave after designing the scenario. He would like to design requirement traceability matrix. We call it as requirement traceability matrix. Requirement traceability matrix with respect to test scenario design. अब इस पे क्या करता है ये एक रिक्वायरमेंट देखता है फाइनेंस मॉड्यूल में ही विल सी वन रिक्वायरमेंट आईडी कितना सिनारियो डिजाइन किया है ही वुड लाइक टू मैप इट मींस how many scenario he has designed, positive scenario, negative scenario, positive scenario, one requirement id, how many scenario he has designed, he would like to map it. Once it is done, kitna step ho gaya, fourth step ho. Once it is done, then he will give his test scenario and RTM to do the peer-to-peer review. Means her and his colleague will review his test scenario. We call it as peer-to-peer reviews. Means, see, if he has designed, Ankur has designed the test scenario and RTM, right? He will give that documents to Pooja or Preeti. Can you review it? How Pooja and Preeti will review? Has he covered all the requirement? Has he translated into test scenario or not? Is there any grammatical mistake? Is there any spelling mistake? Has he missed out any functionality? Everything they will review it by referring the requirements. Guys, all of you people are with me. You are following me.
Yeah, sir.
This is the fifth step.
Yes, sir.
I will tell you step by step. Don't worry. Okay, this is the fifth step where Ankur wanted to do. What is next? Next step is approval of test scenario. This will be done by me. I would like to approve it, right? I would like to make it finalize. Approval of test scenario. I will not only do, client also will do with me. Approval of test scenario. Means I would like to approve, yes, this is the perfect what Ankur has done. Now, this step is done by me. This is the fifth step. Next, what is next? Next is he will start immediately designing the test cases. He will start designing the test cases for finance module. We call it as test case design. By referring the requirement document, by referring the scenario, he will translate everything into the in detail. Means he wanted to give the data, he wanted to see what kind of data he wanted to give into the finance module, how the system is responding him back. Everything I will guide him, how really he wanted to design the cases. Once he is done with the test case design, right, guys? So again, he wanted to trace it. He will not leave it like that only. He wanted to do requirement traceability matrix with respect to test case design. See, look at over here, how he has done with a scenario, right? He will do with a test case design. This is the sixth step. This is the seventh step. This is the seventh step. Again, once he's done with that, right? Again, I would like to approve it because I would like to review it. Then there is a process called test case design approval process. Test case design approval process. Guys, all of you people are with me. You are following me, right?
Yes, sir.
You are getting
right,
the
sir.
idea.
Yes, sir.
See, step by step we are doing. See, so beautifully he will follow the step. This is the process. And this is eighth step. Guys, what he has done? Just he worked on the requirement document. He never executed anything. Took the requirement, understood it, translated it, everything he has done. This is, I call it as verification. Verification. Just he's not executing anything. He's taking the requirement, he's studying it, he's converting into scenario, he's converting into RTM, he's converting into test case. Everything is done within an 8 step. See, what are the things I'm telling you, right? It is not so easy. When he start working, right, he will face a lot of problem, like how company people will face the problem, right? He will also face the same thing. Now, what is next? Next is, or I can call this as static testing. Static testing. कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है वहां पे क्या हो रहा है? See, what is happening over there is just they are reviewing it, they are telling these are the fault and these are the mistakes. Can you rectify it? In the peer-to-peer review, what exactly it is happening? Just reviewing and telling this is the wrong, can you fix it? That's it. So finally, I would like to review it. Once I am done with the review, right, I will send it to the product owner as well as the stakeholder to get an approval. They will also would like to review it because I'm working on Agile. Okay. Now, let us see. See, what is the next step? Next step is simple build release. Next step is build release. Build release. Means till he is developing test cases, right? Already modules are getting ready for him to start his execution. Okay, sorry, let me. Okay. Already modules are getting ready to start his execution. Build release will be done by me with the release notes. He will get some release notes. In the release notes, I would like to release the build. Means application will be deployed in the QA server. Application will be deployed in the QA server after the build, during the build release. I mean to say HTTPS, look at over here, HTTPS semicolon web semicolon web erp.com. Okay. So what he is going to do? Whenever Ankur got a release notes with a build, right? He would like to understand about the release notes. He would like to understand about the scope. I will tell you what exactly it is. So first most thing is Ankur wanted to do the smoke testing on this build. Smoke testing. Smoke testing to do the build verification. Guys, whatever I'm telling you, right? You will be working with me. Okay. He will check the build. Kitna step ho gaya? Ninth step. So once he is done with the smoke testing, right? Ankur wanted to do the functional test case execution. Functional test case execution. Functional test case execution. Means these test cases which got approved will be executed on the build. Okay. But he will not keep quiet. What he will do, again, he would like to trace it. He would like to maintain requirement traceability matrix, RTM with respect to functional test case execution. He wanted to maintain it. Kitna? This is the 10th step. This is the 11th step. So during execution, Ankur may encounter a lot of defect, right? Ankur would like to log the defects in the tool. So Ankur will follow the defect life cycle. Ankur will follow the defect life cycle. Defect life cycle. but he will not keep quiet same thing. Again, he wanted to trace because RTM will be following him. Okay. Again, he wanted to make RTM with respect to defect status. RTM with respect to defect status. कितना step हो गया? 13 step हो. Now, so again, once he executed his test cases, he logged the defect, right? So finally, he wanted to send me these many reports, guys. He wanted to send me these many reports. I mean to say, he will send me daily status report. I mean to say daily test case execution report. कितना टेस्ट केस एग्जीक्यूट किया है, कितना पास हो गया, कितना फेल हो गए तो डिफेक्ट क्या है, severity क्या है, priority क्या है, everything he will club into the daily status report and he will be sending me daily status report, daily defect report and weekly status report. एक execution report बनाएगा, another one he will tell me the daily defect report, then he will tell me 1 week what exactly he has done the work, weekly status report. This is for iteration 1. One cycle he completed. One whole cycle he has completed this. Okay. कितना step हो गया इसको? 14th step हो गया. Again, I will release him build 2. Guys, you people are with me. You are getting my point.
Yeah. We are hearing, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
क्योंकि आपको difference आ रहा है ना? The way you learn and the way you are learning.
Yes, sir.
100% right? Okay. No worries. Be confident. I will help you out. Okay. Now build release 2 होगा. Again, I will release build 2. Earlier one was build 1 for iteration 1. This is build 2 release. This is build release 2. It will come up with a fixed status of defect. Once he received the build 2, right, with the release notes, how he has done the earlier, again, Ankur wanted to do the smoke testing on the build release 2 because he wanted to check the build, whether this build is proper or not. Again, he wanted to do smoke testing. Once he is done with the smoke testing on the build release 2, right, Ankur wanted to do the retesting. कितना डिफेक्ट फिक्स हो गया उसके नाम पे, एवरीथिंग ही विल डू द रीटेस्टिंग. आई विल हेल्प यू आउट, डोंट वरी. ओके, ही विल डू रीटेस्टिंग ऑन द फिक्स्ड डिफेक्ट. Retesting on fixed defect on build 2. Once he is done with the retesting, right, again Ankur wanted to trace the requirement traceability matrix over here. He will do RTM. He will do RTM requirement traceability matrix with respect to retesting defect status. Guys, you people are with me, you are getting my point.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You are with me, Preeti?
What, sir?
Ankur, you are with me, Ankur?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Yes.
No, you are following me, right? Hearing
Yeah,
me?
I'm following you. I'm following you. Just understanding what are you teaching.
Pooja, you are with me, Pooja?
Sir, yes, sir.
Good. Let us. Okay. Now, we have traced the requirement with respect to defect status, retesting status. So again, Ankur wanted to do impacted area regression testing. If time is less, right, for the release, Ankur wanted to do impacted area regression testing he will do. If he has some more times, right, he will do full regression testing. If he has a lot of time, he will do full-fledged regression testing on the build 2. He will do full-fledged regression testing on build release 2. Once he is done with the regression testing on the build release 2, right? He will send me these many reports. What are the reports? I don't have space over here. I will tell you. Daily status report for the build release 2. Daily defect report for the build release 2. Retesting reports for the build release 2. Regression testing reports for the build release 2. And weekly status report for the build release 2. Complete information, what he has done. Apart from this, Ankur will do the final activities, guys. Look at over here. I don't have a space. Ankur will do final activities. That is, we call it as testing closure activities. I mean to say, Ankur will do testing closure activities. Testing closure activities. Sorry. Fine. So how many steps? 14. This one is 15. This one is 16. This one is 17. This one is 18. This one is 19. This one is 20. This one is 21 step. So this is, I call it as exact validation, guys. This whole portion, right? This is, I call it as exact validation, where your execution will take place. You are attending Scrum call, you are creating user story, you are closing the subtask, everything. What are the things I'm guiding you, right? These all things will happen in the Agile testing process, where you will get the tool access, where I will be guiding you. See, first step, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 steps you need to follow. Means you will be completing one project execution. So I will be working with you for 2 projects. One is on the education ERP. Another one is on the banking projects. Guys, you people are with me. You are getting my point.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Loud se aana hai wise.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, don't worry. We work so beautifully. Be happy. Happily you should work. Hardly you should work. I will help you out somewhere. Okay.
Sir, can we
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.